Is it all just skill-based?
Okay, can you stop playing for a sec?
No.
I need to go to my teapot!
What?
I really hope I didn't just tank my social credit. In our previous Xi Jinping. Yes, this is a man. I know it's hard to tell. He is also ridiculously broken on account of his ability to make enemies wet. Interpret that information however you want. Hu Tao is the
What?
Put her in for 20 hours.
But Traveler, she's going to die.
Wait, I recognize this voice. This voice was in the f***ing Elden Ring videos. I have so many f***ing questions about this game. It looks good. I've said it up 50 times already. It actually looks pretty good. I'll be honest. It looks fun. Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Frame1 back with another reaction for you guys. And in today's video, we are checking out Genshin Impact is a playable anime by our boy Max0r. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know a ton about Genshin Impact. Well, I know a few things about the game, but I never actually played it before, and I don't think I've seen much or any footage at all of the game other than the trailer that I saw many years ago when it first was releasing. And back then I remember thinking that it was going to be a Breath of the Wild clone because the character in the trailer had the paraglider. It really looked like Breath of the Wild but with an anime art style, but nowadays I'm not so sure exactly what the direction of the game is. If I had to guess, I think it's an MMO, and I've heard people say that it has like the gacha mechanics, like the slot machine mechanics where you could unlock new characters. I don't really know the whole scope of the game. I'm sure you guys can let me know in the comments down below, but I'm going into this video pretty blind. I know that Max0r has a few other Genshin Impact videos on his channel, so let me know if you guys want me to check that out in the future as well. And one more thing before I start, I just wanted to let you guys know that in a few weeks I'm planning on going on another adventure on this channel. I'm planning on starting to maybe try to react to some entry-level animes. I have never really watched any anime in my life before, but a lot of my friends like it, and it seems to be pretty mainstream nowadays, so I figure I might as well try to hop on the bandwagon and see what I think of it. You know what I mean? It might not be for me, but I figured I'd give it a try. So if you guys want to see me check out some animes, I figured this would be a good video to let you guys know because this video is literally titled Genshin Impact is a playable anime. Let me know which ones you'd want me to check out. Recommend some entry-level ones for me, please. Nothing too crazy because, you know, I'm just trying to get started, trying to get my feet wet. So I'm thinking of starting with maybe Demon Slayer or what was the other one? Full Metal Alchemist, I think is what it was called. I don't know. I've only ever watched like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Dragon Ball Z as a kid, so I don't even think people consider those as animes. So yeah, I apologize if I offended anybody right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been fucking rambling already for like who knows how long. Let's just jump right into this thing, guys. Genshin Impact is a playable anime. Apologize again if my audio levels are not optimal. I think they should be all right.
This video is a cry for help.
That's loud. Oh my god. Okay. I think volumes are good now.
This video is a cry for help. Genshin Impact is a playable anime, and that...
How many Genshin Impact videos has Max0r actually made? I feel like this guy loves this game. And he loves his anime waifus as well, as far as I'm aware.
It's pretty good, since my videos are attempts to make watchable anime.
Cool.
I can't believe it, guys. They made a sequel to Stockholm Syndrome. Welcome to the world of Teyvat. You may have heard of it from all the free advertising that I'm doing. A beautiful post-apocalyptic nightmare world featuring a giant tree.
It looks really good. Oh yeah, it's all
sorry, that's the wrong thing. On our journey throughout the 7 nations, we will meet the world's most colorful cast of children, entrusted and empowered by the gods to wield elemental energy as dangerously as possible. I'm just a big fan of the characters in this game. There is no reason in particular. Assemble your team.
Max0r loves his waifus. Already, it looked pretty fucking sweet. Some of those encounters with some of those enemies actually looked really good. Is this a mobile game? Or is this on the computer or consoles? Or is it on everything? It actually looked pretty good right there. Hold on. I mean, I don't know why I'm sounding so surprised. I think millions of people play this game. But the mechanics actually look kind of cool.
Team of heroic psychopaths and begin blasting, boating, cooking your enemies alive, visiting Baby's first casino, and with enough time, it will become Baby's last casino. But most importantly, have fun, because the game will try to stop you. I can assure you that the visual novel...
Okay. It has the same climbing mechanics as Breath of the Wild, right? Like, you could climb, and you could use the paraglider, similar to in Breath of the Wild. And it's an MMO?
Novels are exactly what Da Wei intended. So join me as I navigate one of the most beautiful, fantastical, and expensive game worlds ever made, one agonizing country at a time. This is it, guys. This is what $900 million can buy you. Are you having fun yet? Look, all I'm trying to say is, this is a weird episode of Ava.
Whoa. Wait, this is crazy. If this is actually from the game, Genshin Impact is a playable anime. Mondstadt.
Wow, I haven't been here in 2 years. This place is where the player learns how to fight, learns how to kill innocent animals, learns that they are bisexual as soon as they see Kaya. So I think it's a great opportunity to teach the basics, and nothing else.
Wait, this is actually the fucking perfect video. This is actually one where he's going to try to be informative about this game, right? Or am I getting debated and he's going to fuck with me? You guys are going to tell me already, don't go to Max0r's videos to try to take things seriously, try to learn anything. But seems like you guys are wrong about this one.
Environment here looks like it shares a polygon. I think a good place to start is with our team. The Fuelganasaria. Official.
Huh?
Every crew got the schizophrenic, personality disorder, mentally and physically deranged, wife material. I'm serious about that. End user license agreement. Literally the only physical DPS possible. And Rosaria, who is dressed promiscuously, so we need to cover her up in appropriate garments. God, I wish nuns were real. With our team assembled, we are now able to do nothing because I haven't explained the game. Genshin Impact is a based character RPG where each character wields one of the 7 elements, all of them interacting completely nonsensically. Water buffs fire.
Wait, so you're not just one person? Like, you don't create your character? Everybody has the same team? Is this even an MMO? Am I fucking completely off here? It is an MMO. No, it certainly is an MMO.
This freezes water. Plants buff electricity.
It's like everybody has like these 5 or 6 characters and you just get to swap between them?
A fucking gas leak. Dendro
Okay,
requires
I need
9
more
tabs
details.
of Khan Academy. My team is based on not playing the game as much as possible. There is genuinely no cooldown to freeze. The numbers are helping me to understand what's happening. Of course, some characters are bad, and others are...
Okay. Let's go back 20
buff
seconds
fire.
or so.
The numbers are helping me to understand what's happening. Of course, some characters are bad, and others
What
are
was that?
very bad, but many are absolutely game-changing. There are characters that straight up allow me to fly, at least through regular means. This one fights with a pogo stick, and this one doesn't fight at all. I think I have a few copies, each one with their own properties and substats. Sometimes too many substats. Like, goddamn, I'm fighting with a Wikipedia page.
Okay,
We've got
so that's where the gacha comes in, I guess. It's all the different weapons you could get for your different characters. I'm assuming you pull the slot machine, you get a weapon with random stats, and there's certain stats that are objectively better on certain characters than others. I'm guessing that's how it is. Correct me if I'm wrong again. How large is the world in this game also? And when I think MMO, I'm thinking like World of Warcraft. Huge, expansive world that like just traversing the land is an experience in itself. This game, you could fly, you got a paraglider. I feel like the world would have to be massive to give it that same sense of exploration, but maybe it doesn't have that. I don't know. Maybe I just need to try it. I honestly don't know.
bows, spears, paddles, big fish, sentient umbrella, child's bomb instructions. I hope you can see why there's a lot of variation, and also theory crafting. A lot of Chinese theory crafting. They take this game very seriously, like right outside of a KFC seriously. And if you're wondering about the gambling, well, hell, we'll get to it later.
Okay.
I have a lot to say about it. But for now, welcome to the land of the Anemo god, who is a twink that gets kicked in the balls.
Is that an offensive term?
This guy's really jamming out. No chat, I'm not going to do that yoinky splinky. Oh my god, he just doesn't give a fuck. So what if I just
They're
oh
Bokoblins from
he
fucking
can't be stopped. Well, I guess if he can't beat him. Mondstadt is a depopulated anarchist state where there are no taxes, no police, and half the country is controlled by wolves. Wolves
And
that
this
you
is just
never
one
actually see, unless you want to
area.
count Razor. I mean, there's the giant
7.
wolf, but he's kind of special. What the dog doing? As
It
a
looks
result of this,
good,
nobody
bro.
in Mondstadt.
It actually looks fun. I think it looks like a game that you could also play as a single player game, though. When does the multiplayer? I'm assuming there's raids and shit. That has to be what it is. It's got to be traditional. Surely. If I were to jump in now, how much content, like how long would I have to play to catch up to the end game or like wherever the game is at currently? And could I get by just playing free to play? You know what I mean? Say if somebody spent like $10 a month, how accelerated of an experience would they have as opposed to somebody who spent $0? I'm not saying I'm not gonna go like extreme whale here, because obviously they could probably power through something that might take a free-to-play player like a week. They might be able to do it instantly, but a modest like $10-20 a month or something like that, how much of an advantage would that actually give somebody? I'm asking too many questions. Max0r is gonna explain everything for me. I'm gonna let the video roll for a bit.
that has any money. Except for the church, of course. The city is undergoing a crippling wine epidemic. Look, I just think it's a serious funding issue when the cavalry captain doesn't have a horse. Therefore, most of your time is going to be spent cleaning up their mess.
Looks
their
good.
singular
It looks
mess.
really clean.
Because there is only one enemy in Mondstadt. Yes, from the beautiful ruins of old to the peaks of Dragonspine, 90% of the enemies you encounter are Hillagers, a sentient race capable of empathy and complex thoughts. Which is why they must be destroyed. Literally take a random location in Mondstadt. You are 10 seconds away from a Hillager. Why is that one unbirthing itself? Really cool that the only organization in Mondstadt is dedicated to race war. They even have their own language, which I'm being quizzed on. Honestly, I'm a bit of a yay data man myself. Really feeling that moohoo yay today. Don't say Nini Zito, it's basically a slur. They didn't like that. Look, what I'm trying to say is this place has problems, but ultimately, they are cool problems. Mondstadt may not be that varied, well designed, or even have a story that I can't summarize in one sentence. The dragon was mean, and then he was nice. Sun Tzu. But ultimately, this is just the beginning of a long, long journey. This game is planned out 7 years in advance.
Yeah, there are.
So as far as the basics go, there is no better teacher than Mondstadt. But pretty much just the basics. I don't think I'm staying for the boss fights.
It looks fucking good, bro.
What is happening? What the fuck am I seeing?
Are there iframes like a Souls type game? Is it all just skill based?
Okay, can you stop playing for a sec?
No.
I need to go to my teapot!
What? Okay, that's a good place to pause, because look, it's going into Liyue next. I have so many fucking questions about this game. It looks good. I've said it 50 times already. It actually looks pretty good, I'll be honest. It looks fun. I wish he would go into like a lot more of like the mechanics of the game. Maybe he does that in his other Genshin Impact videos though. So maybe I do actually have to go back and watch those ones. Huh. Okay. Another question I have is, how difficult is this game? Like, how much is it actual human player skill versus your stats that are carrying you? Like, do you actually get to manually avoid these attacks that an enemy's throwing out at you? Or is it like, oh, my armor is insane, so he's going to hit me and he does no damage, and I just stand there and continue throwing out my attacks? It looked like the mobility was really good, so I'm guessing that there's actually a lot of movement options to avoid enemy attacks, and there's actually a lot of skill involved. You know, maybe it's like Lost Ark. Maybe it's probably more like Lost Ark, where you need to have the stats to actually damage the enemy and participate in the content, but at the end of the day, it's still a lot of player skill involved. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's what it is. Okay, that's where my head's at right now. Liyue.
For the next stop on our War Crimes tour of the Balkans, we're heading to the Funny Nation. Post about this nation to instantly gain ready karma, and for that, we're going to need to climb as high as we can so we can deduce the direction. So we're going to this location on the map.
Wait,
if only there was a better way to view the
huge.
world. Make sure to land on the elevator. Next, we're going to shit. We're going to 1 second. We're going to ascend to space. Why does that work like that? Oh my god, the planet's receding. I am alone in this hell on Earth. I think I'm gonna be here for a little bit.
This is not an MMO.
It's real bad when the moon is physically below you. Hang on, guys, it's getting kind of dark, so I'm just gonna change the time real quick. Yeah, the game lets you do that. Well, folks, it was nice knowing you all.
How could you have so much freedom over your character? How could you go beyond the fucking borders of the game in an MMO? That just seems so foreign to me. I feel like you can, I don't know. I guess it's a glitch. I guess there are out-of-bounds glitches in other MMOs as well. That's crazy. The fact that they give you so many movement options is insane. And look, he's level 80 now. What is the max level in this game? I wonder? How long would it take you to get from 1 to the max level?
Hey guys, Max0r here, and welcome to China.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, let's continue.
It's just China. I really hope I didn't just tank my social credit. In our previous of adventures, we explored Mondstadt to learn the basic mechanics. And welcome to China. It's just China. I really hope I didn't just tank my social credit. In our previous of adventures, we explored Mondstadt to learn the basic mechanics and also race relations. So for Liyue, we're going to learn that we've been playing the game wrong. But before I can get to that, I need to explain my team. I call it the hot shower by force. Lord knows we need it. Xi Jinping. Yes, this is a man. I know it's hard to tell. He is also ridiculously broken on account of his ability to make enemies wet. Interpret that information however you want. Hu Tao is the owner of a funeral parlor, and she could use a bit of new business. She is also the winner of the most terrifying Sims award. Like, the thread just doesn't end. He's still writing them. Most reasonable Hu Tao main. Yalan is a character that I play for the personality. She is also one of the most overpowered units in the game because she—
Wait, somebody said main, or somebody, huh? Max0r just said main. I was under the impression that you didn't just get to select one character and then use them. You'd have to kind of swap out different members of your team depending on in whatever action or event you're doing, whether it's like a fight, maybe it's a puzzle where one character might have some abilities that allow you to progress past that puzzle and the other ones don't. But are you able to just pick one and then only use that character for the whole game, or would you be like kind of shooting yourself in the foot playing that way?
She's a second Shingsho. I don't even care that she's a federal psyop. I can fix her. And Toma, who is fucking spelled wrong. Just don't build Toma. With our team assembled, we're now able to fucking spell.
Curiosity, how many abilities do you get per character? It looks like he only has 2.
Wrong. Just don't build Toma.
Abilities?
With our team assembled, we're now able to trivialize the combat.
No. I think I was wrong. I think you have to switch between your characters. That wouldn't make any fucking sense having 2 abilities. Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when he said main, I'm assuming he just meant that's your preferred character. That's your favorite character on your team. I don't know.
Combat, because this team is ridiculous. Fortunately, Genshin is not just a game about combat. It's a game about gambling. You see, Genshin Impact is what we call a gacha game because it has got me in its grasp, which means that the primary game mechanic is chance. Every character is chance. Every weapon is chance. Every piece of every build is fucking chance. Do you know what it's like to have a mathematically impossible goblet? Goddamn elating. Hey, so I see you're trying to level up your crit rate. Well, that's a weird way to spell defense. Fortunately, we can predict the outcomes of our character roles using some Eastern philosophies, and the answer is 105 on average. But in philosophy,
Chinese statistics, poll probability,
and the answer is 105 on average.
polls on average to get the desired limited 5-star on the event banner. Okay.
But don't worry, you've got a lot of time. I guess we're gonna wait a day.
How much would that cost to do 105 polls?
Because only a few 5-stars are actually available, and sometimes they aren't available. For 483 days, she is in prison for racism.
But what are they going to do? Lock me up?
His voice actor.
So naturally, that you could explore more, go on fantastic adventures, or find amazing treasures. If you want to stay poor, no. You see, the real money is made in the daily quests, which are a series of useful and normal missions, such as talking to people, murdering those people, talking to the hillagers, very nicely, finding the weasel. Where do you go?
Usual daily quests.
Jumping on mushrooms. Who the fuck commissioned me to do this? We also have the power to send various characters on 20-hour expeditions directly to the coal mines. Look, guys, I really need these 2,000 upgrade materials. It's just best you don't think about it too hard.
Greetings, traveler. At Astra Abyssal.
Okay.
What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I'd like to send a child to the coal mines.
What?
Put her in for 20 hours.
But traveler, she's going to die.
Wait, I recognize this voice. This voice was in the fucking Elden Ring videos. Was this Iron Mouse? I want to say.
Mine itself, Catherine.
But traveler.
Do not question me, Catherine, or I'll have you stabbed in a future quest. Liyue is an authoritarian militaristic oligarchy controlled by a committee of really hot lesbians. I believe in Ganyu supremacy. This nation is the land of contracts, and by entering, you have made the contract to not criticize the state. Consequently, Liyue is also where all money is printed on the planet. So, I guess Mondstadt's economy is powered by hopes and dreams. And also, the card game. Look, Timmy, I know your dad's dead and all, but do you want to play Gwent? A minor side effect of this is that Liyue is in the midst of a violent crime epidemic. As in, the majority of enemies in Liyue are human, and even worse, they're poor. So poor, in fact, that they're forced to fight you with Molotov cocktails and farming equipment. What is your plan, my guy? The masculine urge to dig a hole. By the way, we're the good guys. Speaking of digging holes, I should probably address this.
All the enemies so far just kind of seem like fodder, no? Like, It hasn't seemed like anything other than maybe the boss fights are actually giving you any trouble at all. Is it just how it's supposed to be?
It's a little difficult to ignore. You see, there are many beautiful places to see in Liyue, such as Night City, the fucking rice fields, the most annoying place to navigate on the earth. Like, please stop giving me commissions here. And then we have the Chasm, which is a secret underground labyrinth containing all of the game's eldritch horrors. And yes, this is just the entrance to the Chasm.
There's fall damage?
Yeah, there's no sound effect for that. If you die down here, no one will hear your screams. As soon as you think you're done exploring, it just keeps going down. The devs had to add moon shoes to the game so I could keep playing it. Now that we're trapped down here, we only have 2 options remaining. We need to mine and we need to craft.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, mid-video thoughts right now. The most appealing part of this game so far is kind of the movement and the actual like character mechanics themselves. Some of the combat looks pretty fun. I'm intrigued to see like the boss fights and maybe some of the more late game content, things of that nature. But like the movement and the way you could traverse the world actually looks pretty fun. I think it would keep me entertained like every day if I got a daily, being able to use like all these different movement options to get around the world. I don't know. Just like piques that interest, or what is it? Like it lights up that part of my brain, you know what I mean? It looks pretty fun. Thing I don't really like about this game is the gacha mechanics, if I'm honest. It's kind of the thing that kept me away from Lost Ark. I got really unlucky playing Lost Ark with the weapon upgrades, and it kind of just turned me off from that game. I didn't want to have to keep grinding the same dailies for a chance to maybe get a weapon upgrade to then play some new content. Not really for me. I know I could spend money on it, but like I might spend a few dollars here and there, but I'm not going to drop like hundreds of dollars on that shit. That's just not me. So yeah, that's kind of the mid-video thoughts so far. Let's keep going.
The second part will come later. Okay, so now it's later. Unfortunately, I cannot craft a sense of humor. Look, what I'm trying to say is Liyue is a very diverse place. Certainly more diverse than Hilichurl Field number 6. But most importantly, Liyue is a land of questions. What secrets lie in this mysterious land? What adventures are still to be had? Am I gay now?
When is Max0r's next Elden Ring video coming out also?
It's almost enough to make you forget the nightmare pit. And look, Liyue might have a few issues with organized crime, sea monster attacks. It happens twice. And the landscape always trying to kill me. But hey, at least the story's up. It's okay. Can anyone here tell me why like there's like a giant bird next to me? It's weird. Oh fuck, where am I? Diagon Alley.
Did Max0r stream himself playing this game?
What's up, gang? It's me, Artakito.
I don't understand, but it was funny. Okay, cool. Cool area. What's next?
Okay, guys,
Inazuma.
listen, we need to reach Japan. Don't worry, I have a plan to bypass immigration. We are going to walk there. Yes, that's right. We're going to... Excuse me. We're going to travel underneath the ocean. So apparently I just have to,
Seems like there's quite a few glitches. Like that one where he went to the literal fucking moon. I don't know. It's cool though. It's cool still.
That actually worked. Okay,
Glitches
I think
never hurt
I've
nobody.
made a mistake. It's time to descend into the abyssal zone. Just to watch out for the void. What do I do about this? So I think I've been walking for
Oh, is he
minutes.
actually like broken the game here?
I don't like this anymore. Okay, we're pretty close now, so I don't think we're close enough. Please no, please no, please no. We're drowning there.
Inazuma.
What is up, my Thades and Gentlethems? Welcome to the land of Inazuma, a home to nobody because no one is properly housed in Inazuma. Previously, Mondstadt taught us how to play, and Liyue taught us how to simp. Well, the land of lightning is here to teach us that we have not felt true pain yet. But first, let's go.
Is it linear? Is the story linear? Or can you kind of choose any starting region you want? Similar to World of Warcraft, depending on the race you start as. Right now, it seems like it's more linear, though, since he said Mondstadt teaches you how to play, so I'm guessing everybody starts there. And it was like the classic, you know, greens, like the plains, the fields, the shitty little, like, creature enemies and stuff like that. Now we're getting into some tougher enemies, it looks like, that have some cooler looking animations and mechanics. I'm guessing it's linear. That's what I'm going to go ahead and guess right there.
Over our team, which I will be calling the, Yandere Benzos. Yaimiko, mommy, sorry, Sigma female, kidnapped a man and force feminized him. God, I wish that was me.
Traveler, I'm making a call-out post to my twitter.com.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm gonna piss on the fucking moon.
Bruce. You can literally name him Bruce. That is actually how it appears in game. In fact, we could name him all kinds of things, such as Baby Girl, Dr. Ligma, Wabushidashangwo, Ballfart, Testicles. What is that? And last but not least, Hokushish. Now, my previous teams, they were kind of nice, but this time, I'm not playing nice. I'm playing for funny numbers. Every single member is optimized beyond the boundaries of reason. I rolled 6 copies of Hatsune Miku, and now I can kill Tortellini in 2 attacks. It cost $50. Also, Bruce can fly, like actual flight. It breaks like half the game's AI when you do it. They're just very confused. My entire team is him shooting down at the peasants like an attack helicopter.
That character
don't
looks
ask me how long I farmed for this. I had to grind for this view. Hang on a fucking second. She's wearing socks in the water. Something is horribly wrong with this country. Inazuma is a third-world isolationist dictatorship, mostly occupied by catastrophic disasters, both natural and man-made, but mostly man-made. Me and the fellas watching Oppenheimer in the IMAX. Inazuma is also engulfed in a decades-long civil war, resulting in mass unemployment and a refugee crisis. Naturally, this is reflected in the enemy variety, because to visit Inazuma is to be accosted by hundreds of jacked homeless people. Like, these guys just stand in the rain all day. How do the Hilichurls have more shelter than this? It is also a land of many islands, which all act as their own individual insurgencies. So I think this is a great opportunity.
Yeah,
to
this definitely seems like a higher level area.
The
first two,
besides,
for sure.
The fucking puzzles. This shit is the work of Satan. Narukami Island is the only place in Inazuma resembling a civilization. The rest is basically just Martin Luther King Boulevard. The only disaster this...
I think the reason I'm so curious about the size of the actual world is because when I see puzzles like that last one that he just showed, that's really cool, don't get me wrong. How many of those puzzles are there actually out there for me to explore? You know, the world actually seems huge, so I'm guessing there's probably a ton. There's probably enough of those puzzles to keep you entertained while you're still in this area. All right, I am back. I was MIA for like an hour and a half or so. That's what I get for trying to record over my lunch break. You get people fucking messaging you and calling you all fucking break. Can't even record my goddamn video. I don't even remember where I left off. What is this? Inazuma, right? The Japanese-looking area, I believe, right? With all the electricity enemies. Okay, let's continue, people.
Just Martin Luther King Boulevard. The only disaster this island has to worry about is the government, and her name is the Raiden Shogun. Kanazuka is the first island to be made uninhabitable by nuclear weapons testing, which then proceeds to leak out of the elephant's foot in an amount so dangerous it makes Chernobyl look like clown college. I mean, I guess there's also the Kujo encampment, but we don't go to the Kujo encampment.
Once you're done with these areas, do you ever have a reason to go back, or is it just maybe to complete a couple dailies in each of the areas? Is there are there high-level enemy areas in each of these earlier locations, I guess is what I'm asking? I'm assuming there probably is, right?
Well, that's enough of that. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Yashiori is an absolute nightmare on account of the non-stop lightning storm and slightly imposing giant skull. My favorite activity is going to this place. It limits the
world
land
looks really good.
So it just fucking whacks you. Looks like another beautiful day in the great land of Inazuma.
Like, it looks like a single player game, honestly.
But when I began the quest to remove the lightning, I was struck by it. I'm gonna take that as a sign from God. Seirai Island is what happens when Mr. Beast donates 50 megatons of ionizing radiation to families in need. Like, this shit makes Evangelion look like a comic special. The fact that there aren't even homeless people here probably tells you all you need to know. Surumi Island is a very isolated place, populated for thousands of years by bird-worshipping savages who need their mineral resources exploited. President Biden, please send Raytheon missiles so I can buy Dasani water and Cheetos. I just think it has something to do with the interdimensional dog. Watatsumi Island is really nice. Like, what the fuck? Does this even count as an island? It's just so beautiful. I sure hope it's not hiding some kind of horrifying dark secret. Oh, Enkanomiya is fucking Atlantis. You get there by jumping into the giant hole, and it's like, how is this legal? Are the developers okay?
Dope.
This place was once home to a thriving civilization, which collapsed nearly instantly after they discovered TikTok. It also allows you to toggle the powers of the artificial sun. And holy shit, this 5G connection is crazy. Look, I think you've got the idea at this point. As much as I've talked about reactions and children, Genshin Impact at its core is an exploration game, because it makes you explore your sexuality, and that fact alone makes Inazuma one of the best areas. If you don't count the story. Please kill me, mommy, I've been a bad boy. And okay, this nation might be lacking in housing, basic infrastructure and some unbombed land, but honestly, that's just part of the rustic charm. How else do you think this island got a giant crater? Just be glad you don't have to live in Inazuma. It's all fun and games until you piss off the geometry.
Yeah, like, cutscenes look pretty sweet. I get that maybe not everybody's into the anime art style. I can kind of see past it. It's not generally my favorite type of art style, but I'm not opposed to it to the point where I can't play the games. Honestly, it's not. I don't really notice the graphics anyways after like a couple hours. I think that's with with most people. The art style though, the cutscenes look really cool. Boss fights look really cool. The world looks like it's fun to explore. Honestly, I haven't seen many negative things to say about this game yet, aside from all the gacha mechanics and all the chance and RNG. But yeah, it looks fucking solid, man. I guess that's like fucking OP game build, right? Like if they're trying to make as much money as possible, like make an actual sick game that everybody wants to play, and then you just add all the fucking gacha shit in there as well. I guess not really much to the formula, but it makes sense.
Hi guys, it's me, Goro.
Who's Reese? This is one of his boys, huh?
What the fuck?
Alright, coffee conquered. Sumeru.
Alright fellas, for our next stop, we're going to enter the Weed Land. We need to smoke that Zaza and fall unconscious. And to do that, all we have to do is not be stuck in Inazuma. So if you were a fan of our undersea adventure, then don't worry. This glitch is much worse. All we've got to do is, whatever that was. I can't let go of the W button, by the way. Get ready to receive some Holy Spirit. Okay, so we're just going down to we're going to Silent Hill now. Sorry guys, it looks like we're approaching meltdown.
I guess these are commonly known out of bounds glitches. How many of them are there?
Guys, it's me, Max0r. 1 second, guys, my mom's calling me. Hey mom, 1 second, I'm flying to get that Zaza.
What does that mean?
It means I'm low-key in a battle bus.
Sometimes I wish you were normal.
Okay, where are we dropping, boys?
She's up low-key in a battle bus.
Perfect landing.
How old is Max0r, I wonder? Definitely he's got that good zoomer humor.
Hey there, my little Genshits. Welcome to the land of Sumeru. Hittite jump scare. The only nation in Genshin Impact that can use the internet, mostly for racism. Good to see that nothing's changed.
Wait, what?
It is the only nation in Genshin Impact that can use the internet, mostly for racism. Good to see that nothing's changed. It is also absurdly gigantic. Like, the map screen can't even see all of it. But before we can get into the intricacies of Sumerian society, I have to explain my team. The kindergarten. Nikita is... I can explain. My girl is 10, but she is 10. Nikita is the literal god of knowledge, if you count knowledge as the personal thoughts of every NPC.
She looks like a Lalafell from Final Fantasy XIV, kind of. Or she's the same size as one, I suppose. This world is insanely huge, honestly. I wasn't expecting it to be so large. Kind of answers a lot of the questions I had about where they're gonna pack all of this content. Pretty fucking everywhere. There's so much shit to do in this game, it seems like. God, I want to try it, man, but I feel like I'm gonna get to a point like it did in Lost Ark where I'm gonna have to fucking spend money to play the game or to continue progressing, and that sucks. But maybe it's not that bad, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's not that fucking bad. I'm hoping it's not that bad, at least.
Sumeru, which she can read. Even when I log into Discord, there's no escaping her. Oh my fucking god, they're still typing it. How many emotes do these people have?
Is that where the...
Does watching you count as a hobby?
What?
I've actually been watching you for a long time already.
Excuse me, what? Nilu has a completely hollow skull. There is nothing happening inside her head. She could not pass an eye exam. Sangonomiya Kokomi... Wait a minute, I've seen you before.
Yeah, I was gonna
fellas,
say,
I've got something to admit. You see, Kokomi's damage scales on health, her healing scales on health, and yes, even her health scales on health. So naturally, when it came time to build her, I used the wrong stat. It makes the numbers funnier. Yao Yao is very cute and bunny. Her playstyle is chill and relaxing. In fact, you don't even have to play as Yao Yao. You play as her artificial beast given life. It throws vegetables at them. How many people would you kill for Yao Yao?
How... I know I'm asking so many fucking questions, and they're probably all answerable, like, just by watching one of his other videos. So I apologize if I'm annoying any of you motherfuckers, but Like, I just don't understand the combat in this game. You have two abilities. What does he mean your playstyle? Like, I feel like you're clicking one fucking button. Or am I seeing things wrong? Okay, let me analyze the screen here. Hold on. Let's see.
You don't even have to play as Yao Yao.
You have Z, you have Q, you have E, and then I guess you have T as well?
Play as her artificial beast given life. It throws vegetables at them. How many people would you kill for Yao Yao is not the right question.
I don't get it.
Right
I feel like you press one button, then you have to switch characters, or am I completely wrong here?
question is how many people I would allow to live. Personally, I think this team is really good for not having a deep.
Or is it like you just click left click and then it does all these crazy animations and shit? You just auto attack.
Yes, and we are going to need it for all the funny and interesting events this game has to offer. Because, dear viewer, I lied to you. The best way to make money is not actually the Weasel minigame. It is participating in temporary event content, which I can only describe as punishment for developers who are too insane. Event content such as Prop Hunt, a game where you disguise yourselves as various household items to escape the wrath of very stupid people. Oh god, I think he's got a whiff. Wow, guys, this is just like Genshin Impact.
Yeah, but I don't have to pay to see kids.
You know what? I think it's about time that I show off my winning strategies. Fellas, I've got a good feeling about this one. All we've got to do is, Yep. Next,
wait, they got prop hunt in this shit?
He will never find me this way. Does he know? Oh my god, he doesn't know. Wait a second, no. Alright, fellas, I got a plan for this map.
Wait, that's pretty
We're just gonna
sick, man. They have
here.
all these
He
mini
has
games.
no clue. I can't. Why is it working like this? I'm sorry, guys. Looking up is really hard. I am torturing this man. You could say that he's among us. We also have event
They got mini games and shit too. Like everything around the parts of the game that make it like a traditional MMO all seem really cool. All of the extras, like exploration, all these extra mini games, you know what I mean? Like it all seems very interesting to me. And I could see how we could switch things up, you know what I mean? Switch up the vibes a bit to keep things entertaining, keep you on your toes and the experience like not getting too monotonous or repetitive. But what the fuck's with the combat? Okay, I don't get it.
content like the boat minigame. I'm having so much fun with the boat minigame. The Pokemon tournament.
Also, are these mini games like fun once or twice and then they kind of get old, or is there enough depth to them to keep you coming back? I wonder. The prop hunt one I could see always being fun, right? Always find new areas. They can always give you new props to use or new maps to play prop hunt in. I can see that one never really getting too old. Curious, very curious.
What is happening on my screen?
They have
Does
a
that man have a
Pokemon
fucking
mode?
gun? The beetle cockfighting. I've always
It
wanted
is
to
beetle
be a child.
battles.
And my personal favorite, Chinese New Year, because it makes me the most money. Just don't look up any of the cutscenes.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too, buzzing by, got in your way.
What the fuck? You know, Hu Tao, I think you've got some hidden talent. Please keep it hidden. That rap wasn't released. It fucking escaped.
Farinju.
Kai, you gotta watch out, buddy. You're rolling to the ragging too much.
What is going on there?
Sumeru is an autocratic Orwellian surveillance state with a little hint of apartheid, governed by the worst organization imaginable. University. Wow. This nation is the land of knowledge, with most of it being devoted to new, more efficient ways to be racist.
So this is like
and to that end, Sumeru is segregated between
Is
two
that actually a core part of the game, or is he just fucking around? So yeah, this is obviously the most advanced region, it looks like the human area.
parts, each with their own unique ways to kill you. The forest is a terrifying safari hellscape where each animal is not only able to kill you, but is evolved to. We've got tigers, cows, crocodiles, robot dinosaur, fungus dinosaur. Welcome to Jurassic Park. And my favorite animal type, people live,
so
and they're filling the library with video essays. This is the academia, who control Sumeru by spreading misinformation on the internet. Raiden, the academia doesn't want you to know this, but you can steal ducks from the public park. They're free, Raiden. The desert is a desolate, abandoned wasteland, once home to a thriving civilization. Before the Caucasoids built a giant wall between them. Does anyone else think this is weird? We've got scorpions.
You know
We've
what I'm
got
noticing?
scorpions.
Is that I haven't seen a ton of other players running around killing mobs or just doing shit in the overworld. Other than his friend Reese, of course. Maybe I just haven't clocked it in my brain and he actually has been running around and seeing other people just like killing mobs out in the world doing shit, but as far as I remember, I haven't been seeing a ton of that. But maybe it's just the clips that he's been picking. Haven't had many other players around.
Welcome to Jurassic Hell. We've got the never mind. So is he gonna like
holy shit.
Okay, and we've got worm demons. But my personal favorite obstacle is definitely the gigantic
bosses
fuck-off
are
laser.
crazy.
There are, of course, even more enemies, but most of them are just liberal propaganda to make you believe that race mixing is a physical need. And fellas, it's working. But hey, the desert isn't all that bad, as long as you ignore the racist genie quest. Motherfucker graduated from casual to competitive racism.
Alright, later, Max.
What? Wait.
I gotta go AFK real quick.
No, you can't do this to me. Look, the point is,
What has just
Sumeru
happened?
is
I don't
massive,
even know what I just
and
saw
it's
right
not
there.
even done. And also, Liyue isn't done.
His
And also
teammate trapped him or
Mondstadt.
someone trapped
But
him?
what Sumeru does have is an actually good story. Like, out of all the things I expected, Harvard building an Evangelion was not one of them.
Shinji! Get the fuck out of the Eva right now!
You can't tell me what to do anymore, Mom. I'm finally inside of another man.
Shinji, what the fuck?
I am the all-knowing God.
I wanna see the actual
Jesus
fight.
Christ, they really made this boss fight. Mobile game, by the way. So whether you're exploring deep in the
Oh, it
woods
is
at
a
4
mobile
a.m.,
game.
finding amazing oases,
Or like it's
gotta
on the
sure
phone
hope
as
nothing
well,
with
which
the
makes
4
sense why
a.m.,
there's so
finding
few abilities
amazing
being
oases,
used, right?
The
Look at this fight,
all-knowing
man.
God. Jesus Christ, they really.
I wonder if just like a primary focus of the combat is just avoiding attacks and then just letting your character do his own thing, click the one button, and then you just auto attack the rest of the time. I'm looking into this way too much. I should just figure it the fuck out, honestly.
Really made this
I
boss
will.
fight.
I will
Mobile
figure it the
game,
fuck
by
out.
the way. So whether you're exploring deep in the woods at 4 a.m., finding amazing oases, God, I sure hope nothing whimsical happens here, fighting more minorities, I'm trying to be a police officer, or doing the 8-hour gnome people quest. That is a lot of side quests. There will always be a new surprise in Sumeru, and if future content is even a fraction as good as this, then I'm going to be playing this game for a very long time. Because, you know, I wasn't doing that already.
So I'm guessing Sumeru is the latest area that they've added. Looks cool. Looks really cool.
You know what, guys? Before I go, I want to give you all a fun tip that most Genshin players don't know.
Okay.
The age of consent is 18 years old.
This guy. He's a funny guy. All right, that was dope, man. You know, I got to see a little bit of the game. I feel like I have no idea what the fuck's going on in this game still after watching that video, which is expected after watching a Max0r video. I know, guys. I'm not supposed to take it seriously, and I'm not supposed to be trying to learn shit in these videos. You know, I'm supposed to just be taking it at face value, entertainment, like you guys always say. Yeah, that was dope, man. Good, that was a good video. And it honestly intrigued me enough to the point where I kind of want to do a bit more research on the game. Not saying that I'm going to go ahead and play it just yet, but made me want to look a little bit more into it and see what it's all about, because it does look fun. It actually does look pretty fun. Yeah, I apologize. I feel like I paused this video a fucking million times. Sorry, I asked the same questions probably over and over again in this video. That is primarily because the first half of the video happened like a couple hours ago, and then the second half I just finished up right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. That was a dope video. As always, give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what else you guys want to see me check out in the future, whether it's some more Max0r, some other content creators. Also, back to what I was saying at the start of the video, let me know some entry-level animes that I can check out, because I want to watch a couple on this channel with you guys. So let me know. We'll see what happens. I can start that adventure if that's something that you guys want to see. And yeah, drop a sub down below so you guys don't miss any of my shit in the future. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming to check out my video today. Go ahead and check out Max0r's video as well. The original video, go support him. If you're not already subscribed to Max0r, which I already know all of you guys are, so I'll drop his information down in the description as well. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Peace.